Your free guide to smarter money is waiting. Alright, welcome everyone. Let's talk about something that sounds complicated but is actually changing everything about how we handle our money. I'm talking about artificial intelligence, AI, and cryptocurrency. You've probably heard these words thrown around, maybe on the news or from that one friend who's always talking about Bitcoin. It can seem overwhelming, like you need a degree in computer science just to understand the basics. But here's the secret. You don't. The core ideas are simpler than you think, and they're already affecting your daily life in ways you might not even realize. My goal today is to break it all down, step by step, without any of the confusing jargon. We're going to peel back the layers on these technologies and see what they really mean for your wallet. Think of this as your friendly beginner's guide to the future of finance. We'll explore what AI is, what crypto is, and most importantly, how you can use them to your advantage. This isn't about making risky bets or trying to get rich overnight. It's about understanding the tools that are reshaping our world so you can make smarter, more informed decisions about your financial future. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your money. And a little bit of learning now can pay off big time down the road. Before we dive in, I want to give you something for free, just for being here. I've put together a special guide called The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Smarter Investing. It's packed with practical tips that you can start using today. All you have to do is subscribe to the newsletter. It's completely free, and you'll get insights like this sent straight to your inbox. It's my way of saying thank you for taking the time to learn and invest in yourself. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, grab your free guide, and let's get into what could be the biggest shift in finance we'll see in our lifetimes. By the end of this, you'll feel more confident and a lot less intimidated. We'll cover everything from how AI helps you save money on autopilot to what makes Bitcoin so interesting. My promise to you is that we'll keep it simple, relatable, and focused on what actually matters for the average person. We're not going to get lost in complex code or abstract theories. We're talking about real-world applications and how you can position yourself to benefit from these incredible changes. So let's get started and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let's start with AI. Forget the images of self-aware robots taking over the world from the movies. In the real world, AI is a lot less dramatic and a lot more useful. At its core, artificial intelligence is simply about teaching computers to think and learn in a way that's similar to how humans do. It's about creating smart software that can recognize patterns, make decisions, and solve problems. Think of it like a very, very fast and efficient assistant who can analyze huge amounts of information in seconds, something that would take a human years to accomplish. Imagine you're trying to solve a giant puzzle with millions of pieces. You could spend a lifetime trying to fit them all together. An AI, on the other hand, can look at all the pieces at once, identify their shapes and colors, and figure out where they go almost instantly. It does this by learning from vast data sets. We feed it millions of examples, pictures, text, numbers, and it starts to understand the connections between them. The more data it sees, the smarter it gets. It's not magic, it's just powerful pattern recognition on a massive scale. This learning process is what makes AI so revolutionary. It's not just a calculator that follows a fixed set of instructions, it can adapt and improve over time. For example, an AI designed to identify cat pictures gets better the more cat pictures it analyzes. It starts to learn the difference between a Persian cat and a Siamese cat without anyone explicitly programming in those rules. It figures it out on its own by finding subtle patterns in the pixels. This ability to learn and adapt is what separates AI from older types of software. So, when we talk about AI in finance, we're talking about using this smart technology to analyze market trends, detect fraud, or create personalized financial plans. It's a tool that helps us make sense of a very complex world. It's not here to replace human judgment entirely, but to enhance it. Think of it as giving a financial advisor a superpowered calculator that can see patterns no human could ever spot. It's about working smarter, not harder, and AI is the ultimate tool for that. You might be thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but I don't use AI. I'm willing to bet that you actually use it multiple times a day without even thinking about it. Do you use a streaming service like Netflix or Spotify? The recommendations you get for what to watch or listen to next are powered by AI. It analyzes your viewing history, compares it to millions of other users, and predicts what you'll probably enjoy. It's a smart system designed to keep you engaged by learning your personal tastes, and it works incredibly well. Have you ever used the Map app on your phone to find the fastest route to a destination? That's AI in action. It's constantly analyzing real-time traffic data, road closures, and speed limits to calculate the optimal path. When it suggests a detour to avoid a sudden traffic jam, it's making a complex decision based on thousands of data points. Even the simple act of unlocking your phone with your face uses sophisticated AI algorithms to recognize your unique facial features, distinguishing you from anyone else with incredible accuracy. Think about online shopping. When you go on Amazon, the customers who bought this item also bought section is a classic example of AI. It's a recommendation engine designed to increase sales by showing you things you're likely to want. Even your email inbox uses AI to filter out spam. It learns what junk mail looks like based on billions of examples and automatically moves it out of your site, saving you time and protecting you from potential scams. This technology is seamlessly woven into the fabric of our digital lives. So, you see, AI isn't some far-off concept for the future, it's a practical tool that's already making our lives more convenient and efficient. It operates quietly in the background, powering the services we rely on every single day. Understanding this is the first step to seeing how it can also revolutionize something as important as our personal finances. If AI can pick the perfect movie for you, imagine what it can do when it's focused on helping you save, spend, and invest your money more wisely. Alright, let's switch gears to the other big buzzword, cryptocurrency. This one can feel even more confusing than AI, with strange names like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But let's break it down to its simplest form. At its heart, a cryptocurrency is just digital money. It's like the dollars or euros you have in your bank account, but with a few key differences. The most important one is that it's decentralized. This means it isn't controlled by any single bank, government, or company. It's a global system that's run by a network of computers all around the world. Let's focus on Bitcoin, since it was the first and is still the most famous. Imagine you wanted to send $100 to a friend in another country. Typically, you'd have to go through a bank or a service like Western Union. They act as the middleman. They verify the transaction, move the money, and take a fee for their trouble. Bitcoin was created to get rid of that middleman. It allows two people anywhere in the world to send value directly to each other, almost like handing someone a digital version of cash. So how does it work without a bank to keep track of everything? Bitcoin uses a technology called the blockchain. You can think of the blockchain as a giant, public Excel spreadsheet that everyone can see but no one can change. Every single transaction that has ever happened is recorded on this spreadsheet in a block. Once a block is filled with transactions, it's added to the chain of previous blocks, creating a permanent and unchangeable record. This public ledger is what ensures that no one can spend the same Bitcoin twice. The decentralized part means that this spreadsheet isn't stored in one place, like at a bank's headquarters. Instead, a copy is held by thousands of computers, called nodes, across the globe. For a new transaction to be added, all of these computers have to agree that it's valid. This makes the system incredibly secure. To hack it, you'd have to simultaneously hack thousands of computers worldwide, which is practically impossible. This security and independence from traditional banks is what gets so many people excited about its potential. So we know Bitcoin runs on a public ledger called the blockchain, but how do you actually use it? Well, it all starts with something called a digital wallet. This isn't a physical wallet, but rather a software program or app that stores your crypto and allows you to send and receive it. Each wallet has a unique address, which is a long string of letters and numbers. If you want someone to send you Bitcoin, you give them your wallet address. It's like giving someone your bank account number, but for the crypto world. It's anonymous in the sense that the address isn't tied to your real name. When you decide to send Bitcoin to someone, you use your wallet to create a transaction. This transaction is basically a message that says, I'm sending X amount of Bitcoin from my address to this other address. To prove that you are the real owner of the Bitcoin you're trying to send, you use something called a private key. This is like a secret password for your wallet that only you should know. Your wallet uses this private key to digitally sign the transaction, proving that you authorized it. This signature is what keeps your funds secure. Once you've signed the transaction, your wallet sends it out to the Bitcoin network. This is where the miners come in. Miners are people with powerful computers who do the work of verifying transactions and adding them to the blockchain. They compete to solve a complex mathematical puzzle. The first miner to solve the puzzle gets to add the next block of transactions to the chain. In return for their work, which uses a lot of electricity, they are rewarded with a small amount of newly created Bitcoin. This is how new Bitcoins enter circulation. This whole process might sound technical, but from a user's perspective, it's often as simple as scanning a QR code with your phone's wallet app and hitting send. The complexity is all happening in the background. The key takeaway is that it's a system built on verification and consensus. Thousands of independent participants all work together to maintain the ledger, making it a robust and transparent way to transfer value without needing to trust a central authority. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about moving money around. Now for the really exciting part, what happens when you combine the intelligence of AI with the world of finance? The answer is, you get a much smarter, more personalized, and more efficient financial system. Banks and financial companies are already using AI in major ways. One of the biggest is fraud detection. AI algorithms can analyze thousands of your transactions in real time to spot unusual activity. If a purchase is suddenly made in a different country, the AI can flag it instantly and alert you, preventing theft before it even happens. This is way faster and more accurate than any human team could be. Another huge area is personalized financial advice. Imagine having a financial advisor in your pocket, available 24/7. That's what AI-powered robo-advisors are. These are apps that ask you about your financial goals, your age, and your comfort level with risk. Then, they use AI to build and manage a diversified investment portfolio for you. They can automatically rebalance your investments and find opportunities you might miss, all for a fraction of the cost of a traditional human advisor. This makes sophisticated investing accessible to everyone, not just the wealthy. AI is also changing how we get loans. In the past, getting a loan meant filling out tons of paperwork and waiting for a loan officer to manually review your credit history. Now, AI can do it in minutes. It can analyze a much wider range of data points, beyond just your credit score, to get a more complete picture of your financial health. This can lead to fairer and faster lending decisions. Someone with a thin credit file but a steady income might get approved by an AI system when a traditional bank would have said no. Beyond investing in loans, AI is making everyday budgeting and saving easier. There are apps that connect to your bank accounts and use AI to categorize your spending automatically. They can show you exactly where your money is going, identify areas where you can save, and even automatically move small amounts of money into your savings account. It's like having a personal finance coach who handles all the tedious work for you, helping you build better habits without having to think about it. It's about using technology to make financial discipline effortless. Let's talk about some real-world examples. Think of Sarah, a freelance graphic designer. Her income can be unpredictable, making it hard to save. She started using an AI-powered savings app. The app analyzes her cash flow, and whenever she has a little extra in her checking account, it automatically transfers a small, affordable amount, sometimes just $5, sometimes $50, into her savings. Over the year, these small, painless transfers added up to thousands of dollars. The AI did the saving for her, so she didn't have to stress about it. It turned an inconsistent income into consistent savings. Now consider the world of crypto. Let's look at Marco, who works remotely for a company based in Europe. Getting paid used to be a hassle. International bank transfers were slow, often taking several days to clear, and expensive fees ate into his paycheck. His company started offering to pay him in a stablecoin, which is a type of cryptocurrency pegged to the US dollar. Now he gets paid almost instantly, and the fees are a fraction of what they used to be. He can then easily convert the stablecoin into dollars in his local bank account. It's faster, cheaper, and more efficient. Then there's the intersection of both. Some advanced trading platforms now use AI to analyze cryptocurrency markets. These AI systems can monitor hundreds of different digital currencies 24/7, looking for patterns and price movements that a human trader would miss. For example, an AI might notice that whenever Bitcoin's price moves a certain way, another smaller cryptocurrency tends to follow a few hours later. It can alert investors to these potential opportunities. This is a very advanced use case, but it shows how AI is being used to navigate the new financial landscape of crypto. Finally, think about a small business owner in a country with high inflation, where the local currency loses value quickly. By holding some of their savings in a more stable asset like Bitcoin or a dollar-pegged stablecoin, they can protect their purchasing power. For them, crypto isn't a speculative investment. It's a practical tool for wealth preservation. It provides an escape from a failing local financial system. These stories show that AI and crypto aren't just abstract ideas, they are solving real problems for real people today. Now, if you're feeling a little curious and maybe want to dip your toes in, it's incredibly important to do it safely. The world of finance, especially crypto, has its risks, and the best way to protect yourself is with knowledge. First, and this is the golden rule, Never invest more than you are willing to lose. This is especially true for volatile assets like cryptocurrencies. Start small. You don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy a tiny fraction of one for just a few dollars. Think of it as educational money that you're using to learn how the system works. Second, when it comes to AI-powered financial apps or robo-advisors, do your homework. Use well-known, reputable companies, read reviews, understand their fee structure, and make sure they have strong security measures in place. Look for platforms that use two-factor authentication, which adds an extra layer of security to your account. Your financial data is sensitive, so you want to entrust it to companies that take security as seriously as you do. A little bit of research up front can save you a lot of headaches later. Third, for anyone interested in crypto, security is paramount. The phrase, "not your keys, not your coins," is famous for a reason. When you buy crypto on an exchange, you should consider moving it to a personal digital wallet where you control the private keys. This protects you in the rare event that the exchange gets hacked, and please, back up your private keys or seed phrase and store it somewhere safe and offline. If you lose that key, you lose access to your crypto forever. There is no forgot password button in the world of decentralized finance. Finally, beware of scams. The excitement around AI and crypto has unfortunately attracted a lot of bad actors. Be skeptical of anyone promising guaranteed high returns with no risk. If it sounds too good to be true, it almost certainly is. Never give your private keys or passwords to anyone. No legitimate company will ever ask you for them. Stick to learning from trusted sources, start with small, manageable steps, and prioritize security above all else. A cautious and educated approach is the best way to explore this new frontier. So there you have it. AI and cryptocurrency aren't just passing fads, they are fundamental technologies that are reshaping our relationship with money. From AI apps that help you save and invest effortlessly to cryptocurrencies that offer a new way to send and store value globally, the tools available to us are more powerful than ever before. It's an exciting time to be alive, and the changes are happening fast. The key is not to be intimidated, but to be curious. By taking the time to understand the basics, you are putting yourself in the driver's seat of your own financial journey. The future of finance will be more personalized, more efficient, and more accessible because of these technologies. The old barriers are coming down. You no longer need to be a Wall Street expert or have a huge amount of capital to build wealth. With an AI-powered robo-advisor, you can start investing with what you'd spend on coffee. With crypto, you can participate in a global financial system directly from your phone. The power is shifting more and more into the hands of the individual, and that's an incredibly empowering thing. The most important step is the one you take today, the decision to learn. You've already made a great start by reading this. Keep that momentum going. Continue to ask questions, seek out reliable information, and think about how these tools could fit into your own financial life. You don't have to become an expert overnight. Just aim to be a little bit smarter about your money tomorrow than you were yesterday. Small, consistent steps are what lead to massive results over time. And as a final reminder, don't forget to subscribe and claim your free gift. I created the ultimate beginner's guide to smarter investing just for you, to help you continue on this path. It's filled with actionable advice to help you build a solid financial foundation. Subscribing is free, and it ensures you won't miss out on future breakdowns of important topics like this one. Thank you so much for your time. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's get you that guide. Your journey to a smarter financial future starts right now.